Good evening, instructor, fellow classmates, and invited guests. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. That's a quote by St. Augustine. This evening, we will be discussing why traveling is beneficial to education. Whether you stroll down the streets of Paris, hike down the Grand Canyon, or visit the monuments in Washington, D.C., traveling and visiting those places and learning about them in person will never fail you. I love to travel and visit new places and learn about the history. When visiting the cotton fields in Alabama this past Thanksgiving, I could feel the souls of the slaves, and it was even better than pouring through the pages of any history book that I've ever read. Traveling allows you to gain insight of the places you travel and the culture of the country or even the state you're visiting. You learn the language, and travel forces you to speak the language of a foreign land. You can study tapes, take a class, practice speaking the language, but when you travel there, you're forced to develop the speaking capabilities. When you're traveling, you don't just test language skills in real life, you learn accents, intonations, and slang. In addition, you learn about nature and really learn to appreciate it. Exploring the exotic natural wonders of the world, you begin to realize the beauty of nature. Gaining an understanding of nature is essential in solving most of the world's issues and climate change, air pollution, and global warming. When we understand what we're going to lose with our conduct, then solving these issues becomes so much easier. You're learning to do new things. When you're traveling into the unknown, it forces you to do things normally you would not do. You must learn to adapt to a new way of living in a very short amount of time. You may be thinking of taking development courses and travel your way to a wonderful place on your own. You'll be forced to improve your public speaking skills, presentations, and lack of skills in conversation. You'll develop those when you travel. Similarly, you learn how to be independent. You can't take a class to watch to teach you how to be daring. If you have been a reactive person and you want to change that, traveling will teach you to be proactive and to take control of your own fate. Traveling makes you independent because there's no choice but to make the decisions and take the initiative on your own. Independence is a fundamental goal of education. Traveling will also teach you to be independent intellectually and emotionally. We're more grateful when traveling. We often are exposed to people who have a lot less than we do. This makes us more grateful for what we do have. We're more appreciative and we see the beauty in things, for having food on the table and even just being able to take that travel excursion. We have a higher self-esteem. We talk to random strangers and meet new people at restaurants. Traveling teaches us about our strengths and our weaknesses. It's a great way to learn the history that we've learned in history books that we've studied about. We've all studied about them. And as we travel, we learn about civilization and different things. And nothing beats traveling to the historic landmarks and exploring your way around a city's history and culture. When we travel, we learn compassion for others. We learn that we are all the same deep down inside. All prejudices and with extensive travel based on race, color, and nationality, they subside. You can't hate on someone when you travel and see firsthand what they've gone through. You see that the whole world is yours. It's your home, and there are good and bad people everywhere. You learn about yourself and your true potential, what you really enjoy, and you're not limiting yourself. If you haven't decided what you want to do in life, traveling extensively, and particularly the places that you've never been to, it helps you to open your eyes and you have a better understanding and better able to make decisions. Traveling by nature requires you to be continuously adaptive to new environments, experiences, and people. Being able to adapt is great to add to your resume. Traveling extensively can be added as an ability to adapt to a new position. In conclusion, being able to travel and enjoying the experiences is beneficial to education. A classroom cannot teach you how to be independent. You can learn to take steps, but making a journey into the unknown is less of an indulgence than that can't be taught in school. Ordering food in a bistro in the native tongue is not the same experience as role playing in class. So life is a journey. Enjoy the trip. I have a wonderful quote here that I'd like to share with everyone. It's called Travel is Education. Would you like to read that, ladies? Travel is education. Seeing the world provides an education that's absolutely impossible to get in school. Travel teaches you economy, politics, history, geography, and sociology in an intense, hands-on way that no class ever will. Fortunately, the School of Travel is always taking applications. No entrance exam required. Thank you. Have a nice evening.